Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Saturday. All right, guys. So I want to tell you about a program that I did over a year ago. It is the Fine Fit Fitness 6-week fat loss transformation that I did with Tony Fine and the Fine Fit Fitness. I did this last year. And I did the 6-week program. First 2 weeks is a detox from sugar and dairy. And I've since added those things back into my diet and kind of fell off these last maybe 2 or 3 months. And so I'm going to jumpstart everything again by just doing the 2 weeks detox again that I did last year. And so I am on meal 3, which happens to be 4 ounces of chicken breast, 4 ounces of sweet potato, and 3 ounces of some Brussels sprouts. Now the plan calls for this meal to be white fish, but I am not a fish eater, but you can switch out the protein. So I've heard people talk about, like they can't eat the same things, but you can switch out the protein, so it won't be the same thing. So this should be white fish, but still with the sweet potatoes, and you have your choice of cucumbers, mushrooms, spinach, or any green vegetable. So that's how I ended up with Brussels sprouts. So you don't have to eat the same things. And then I also added on some of the G Hughes barbecue sauce, 1 serving of that, which is like 10 calories, onto my chicken as well, and roasted my sweet potatoes. But it's an awesome program. I love the program because it just teaches you how to kind of look at a plate of food visually to see how much protein, carbs, and fat are you eating. And I love the fact that it focuses on fat loss, not so much as weight loss. A lot of times the scale doesn't move and we are married to the scale when you see other things happening. So maybe my weight has stayed the same, but I have lost fat, and I can tell that by how my clothes fit and things like that. So anyway, I have a doctor's appointment to go back to in about 3 weeks, and I know I wasn't doing the things that I should, so I want to go ahead and do this detox to kind of get myself back on track and to see what my when I get my results from the blood work, when I have to get my next round of blood work to see how that comes out. So anyway, this is and then the food doesn't have to be bland either, y'all. That's what I wanted to tell you. My chicken is well seasoned. I'm just using low sodium seasonings. My sweet potatoes, they have a combination of a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, some smoked paprika on them, and a little bit of cinnamon. I like that. And then my roasted Brussels sprouts, I have some of the, I think it's one of the Kinder's buttery seasonings are on there. It's a low sodium seasoning as well. So anyway, the food is pretty tasty. You're making it yourself, so you can season it how you want to season it, as long as you're sticking with low sodium seasonings. My chicken is tender. I probably shouldn't have put it in my mouth while I'm talking to you, but I'm hungry and it's time to eat. Oh, and you eat every 2 to 3 hours. That's what the plan calls for, so you're never really hungry. And Tony always talks about, her motto is always be chewing. So a lot of people complain that they can't finish the 5 meals because you eat 5 small meals a day. And most people complain that they can't eat the meals because they're full. So you don't want to force yourself to eat, but the goal is to always be chewing. You're getting your proteins, your carbs, and your fat. So like this morning I had, I'll put a picture here where I had my egg whites, my whole egg, avocado, and 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread. And then my second meal was 4 ounces of boneless chicken. I had cucumber and some salsa. So my next couple of meals, I'll be kind of mixed up. Just because she tells you how or what your meal should have in it doesn't mean that you can't make it differently. And so I've noticed that people don't think about, maybe I can have zoodles instead of, just having a zucchini with some ground turkey. I can make spaghetti, so just different things. So I'm going to be doing this for the next 14 days. I'm not sure if I'll show you every day of me eating, but I'll show you some of the things that I switch up based on what's in the plan, what the plan calls for every day. I just kind of make my food in bulk and then kind of put it together as I go along. So anyway, Tony, I love you. I love the way she delivers. Some people maybe can't take the way that she is brutally honest about her program and what it does. I'm in menopause, and I love how she says, take a minute to pause, in the sense that I was eating too much. And I had to pull back on what I was eating. But it wasn't, when I say I was eating too much, I love sweets. I love popcorn. I could go overboard on eating that, but when it was time to eat something like this, I'm gonna say I'm not hungry for it because it's not what I wanted. But anyway, I love the plan. I've gone on to continue eating this way since I started it back in July last year. And I've come down over 30 pounds. It's not the poundage for me though. It's my visceral fat numbers have gone down. My blood pressure has become more stable. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. These last couple of months, I kind of didn't do things like I should, and that happens. However, this is me getting my jump start to get back on track. So this is a part of me doing whatever I have to do to stay healthy, happy, and whole. And I just want to share with you, Tony's program is pretty awesome. And she has something for everybody. And this is on the regular detox, but she also has like a gluten-free, a vegan, and a vegetarian plan. She provides all of the your meals, your shopping list, and then even though I'm only going to do the detox, after the detox is over, she also has 4 more weeks of a meal plan where she's switching it up every 4 days of the things that you can eat. But even with that, there are swaps, protein swaps, vegetable swaps, instead of having avocado, because a lot of people, I'm still not an avocado person. However, I know it's good for me, but avocado swap for her is olive oil in place of that, so you don't have to have avocado, and you can switch up the way that you do things. So for me, when I added a little bit of everything bagel seasoning to my avocado, put it on the toast, put my eggs on it, I was like, this is awesome. I can eat this. Put a little sriracha in there, and I'm like, it's a winner. So she gives you leeway to add, seasonings, cook your food how you want, but everything doesn't have to give you an orgasm. Food is fuel, and that's the way I look at it. But I'm so glad I came across this plan, and I'm so glad that I know how to correct some things, especially you know yourself, and I know me, and I know when I haven't done all the things that I know I should do to stay where I need to be. But I love being able to go and use the plan. My book is worn because I use it. And I use it as a guide to help me create other things. So I just wanted to let you know I love the Tony's plan. I love her. She is she's a sweet person. You guys catch those clips on TikTok where she has those clips, where she has those quick quips. But what she's saying is based in science, and it really works. So if you're looking for a plan to help you lose fat and gain muscle, this might be something that you want to try. You're going to be eating all the time, so get prepared for it. But I don't find myself snacking. I don't find myself, eating things that I shouldn't. I'm not, you can eat what you want. But I know for me, once I start going down that road of a lot of sweets, then I'm there for a while and I don't want to stay there. So I was there. I've been traveling for work, traveling for personal, eating out on the road and stuff like that. So it's just time to reel it in, and that's what I'm doing. So if you're looking for a plan to help you understand food and how it works, give Tony's plan a try. And she goes live, for 4 hours a day, every day. And during those times, she puts her plans on sale. So you can get them doing the live. But I say give it a try. Nothing beats a failure but a try. And your food can be good.